5 real places scientists still can't explain. 1 Lake Hillier, Australia. Bro, imagine a place where nature decides to ignore the rules. A place so visually strange, so unreal, that even after decades of research, scientists still shrug and say, "Yeah, bro, we don't know." That place is Lake Hillier, a lake hidden on a tiny island off the coast of Western Australia. And if you ever fly over it, you would think your eyes are lying to you, because sitting between green forest and blue ocean is a lake that glows like neon bubblegum. It's not kinda pink, not slightly pink. It's aggressively pink. A shade so bright it looks like the Earth installed LED lights under the water. And here's the strange part. The color never fades. Take a glass of the lake water, walk a kilometer, put it in pure white sunlight, and it's still pink. No dilution, no change, no trick. It's like the lake signed a contract saying, "I'm pink forever, deal with it." Now, bro, scientists tried everything. They took samples, they ran chemical tests, they studied the salt levels, the sunlight angles, the algae, the bacteria. And after all the fancy equipment and serious faces, they still don't have a solid answer. Some blame tiny organisms called Dunaliella salina, little pink dudes just vibing in the salt water. Others believe it's a chemical reaction between salt and unique sunlight wavelengths. Some think it's a perfect mix of organisms, minerals, and temperature. But here's the twist. Every explanation makes sense, but none of them match perfectly. Nothing confirms it 100%. Nothing explains why the pink never fades. Nothing explains why this lake stays pink even when removed from the environment. Other pink lakes exist on Earth, but none behave like Hillier. None are this bright. None are this stable. None are this mysterious. And bro, this is the part that really gets scientists confused. Lake Hillier is surrounded by a dense forest, yet nothing from that forest affects the color. The lake is connected to the ocean by a thin strip of land, yet the ocean doesn't dilute it. Rain doesn't change it. Season changes don't change it. It's like the lake said, "Physics? Never heard of her." And when you combine the neon color, the biological mystery, and the fact that no confirmed cause exists, you start to realize something. Lake Hillier isn't just pink. It's a flex, a natural statement piece, a reminder that Earth still holds secrets we can't crack. Even with satellites, even with science, even with all our tools, the lake still whispers, "You don't know me, bro." 2. The Sailing Stones, Death Valley, USA. Now, bro, picture this. You're walking through Death Valley, one of the hottest, driest, most unforgiving places on the entire planet. Nothing moves, nothing grows, nothing survives for long. But then, you see something that breaks reality. Massive rocks, some the size of car engines, sitting in the middle of a cracked desert floor, with long tracks behind them. Perfectly straight trails, curving trails, crossing trails, some stretching for hundreds of meters, as if someone or something dragged them at night. For decades, nobody had an answer. People blamed strong winds, magnetic fields, aliens, ghosts, underground tremors, even giant ice sheets. And honestly, bro, when you see those tracks, any theory seems possible. Because the rocks don't just move once. They move repeatedly over the years. Some drift alone. Some drift together. Some suddenly change direction. Like they're alive. Like they're exploring. Like they're trying to go somewhere. Then finally, in 2014, the mystery cracked open. Scientists installed high-tech time-lapse cameras, waiting for the desert to reveal its secrets. And one morning, they saw it. Not during storms, not during winds, not during quakes. It happened silently, slowly, almost peacefully. During freezing nights, thin sheets of ice formed under the rocks, not thick enough to lift them, but just slippery enough to let them glide. And when the sun rose, the ice began to melt, creating a gentle, slow-motion slide. The stones drifted across the desert at just a few inches per second. So slow. You wouldn't notice unless you stared for hours. But bro, here's where the mystery refuses to die. Why does the ice form perfectly in that valley? Why only under specific rocks? Why are some rocks untouched? Why do the movements happen? 3. Bloodfalls, Antarctica. Now, bro, let me take you to one of the coldest places on Earth, Antarctica, where everything is white, silent, peaceful, and then suddenly, a waterfall, pouring out bright blood-red water, staining the ice like the continent is bleeding. Scientists at first were like, ah, yes, red algae, case closed. Nope, wrong. Embarrassing, honestly. After decades of research, they discovered a secret lake beneath the glacier. A lake that's been sealed off for millions of years, full of iron, salt, and ancient microbes. When that super salty water reaches the surface and hits air, the iron oxidizes. Boom, rust-red blood. But here's the creepy part. Nobody knows how that underground lake has survived this long. In darkness, under pressure, in temperatures that should kill everything. It's like the Earth is hiding a whole alien ecosystem down there, and we've only scratched the surface. 4. The door to hell, Turkmenistan. All right, bro, this one is wild. In the Karakum Desert, there's a massive burning crater, a hole in the ground filled with fire that has been burning for over 50 years. Locals call it the door to hell. Here's the story. In 1971, Soviet engineers were digging for natural gas. Suddenly, the ground collapsed, forming a huge crater. Gas started leaking, super toxic. So the engineers were like, just light it on fire, bro. It'll burn out in a few days. Well, those few days became 5 decades. Science still can't explain why the gas hasn't run out. There's no clear source, no end in sight. At night, the desert glows orange for kilometers. It looks supernatural, like the Earth opened a window to the underworld, a reminder that nature plus human mistakes equals real nightmare fuel. 5. The worldwide hum. And now, bro, the weirdest mystery on this entire list, the hum, a deep, low, vibrating sound that thousands of people around the world hear. But most people don't. It's been reported in UK, USA, Canada, New Zealand, India, even tiny villages no one's heard of. People describe it as a distant engine running, a bass note that never stops, like the world is humming. But here's the crazy part. No microphone has ever recorded it clearly. Some people hear it, some people don't. Some people hear it only in one town and then never again. Scientists tried explaining it. Maybe ocean waves vibrating the earth. Maybe factories far away. Maybe your own ears making noise. But there's no confirmed source, no pattern, nothing recorded. Just a sound that exists, but doesn't exist. A global mystery that refuses to be solved. Final thought. Even with satellites, supercomputers, and science that can detect atoms, our world still holds secrets. Pink lakes, moving stones, bleeding glaciers, endless fire, invisible sounds. Earth is basically saying, you think you know me? Bro, you've barely seen anything. And as believe me, dude always says, the real magic isn't in the answers we find. It's in the mysteries that keep us looking. Thanks for watching till the end. If this blew your mind even a little, you already know what to do. Believe me, dude.